Hello guys, full time at Old Trafford and Arsenal have drawn 2-2 with Manchester United. I think considering the paucity of quality in United's lineup, the paucity of quality in the game and some of the chances we created, we really will reflect on this as an opportunity missed. I think we were good enough to beat Manchester United tonight. I think we also have to, in that disappointment, temper that maybe by considering the intensity, the scale of the game we had on Sunday. It clearly took a lot out of the players, and I think you could see that tonight, not least in some of the injuries that we suffered. But it was a game lacking in quality. I think if you look at the 4 goals, they kind of tell their own story, all very sloppy for different reasons. As Arsenal fans, of course, we're going to be angry and upset about the goals we conceded, especially doing so soon after going ahead on both occasions. But I think United would also reflect on those goals and look at them as dreadful errors too. So, I mean, in some ways, the actual good chances we created, I'm thinking of the one that Aubameyang had saved by De Gea and that Mkhitaryan put over the bar, they're the ones that stay with me most. I guess Torreira as well, late on, having another shot saved by De Gea. You don't get more than one error from him in a game. When he gives you a goal like he did with the Mustafi one, I think you sort of have to accept he's probably going to pay you back by making a few saves later in the game. What to say, the starting 11 was similar to the one against Tottenham, same shape, but Guendouzi came in for the suspended Xhaka and Ramsey for Mkhitaryan. I think I really do want to talk about Rob Holding, who we lost to injury during this game. I think it's a huge blow, and once he went out the team and Socrates went to left-sided centre-half, I thought it affected everything, because Holding is the best passer in that back three, and he's someone we really rely on, particularly without Xhaka, to bring the ball out of defence, to find that first pass into midfield, and sometimes beyond midfield. He does get forward and link with Iwobi and Kolasinac too at times. I thought we really missed him. I'm praying it's not a serious injury. He's having a fantastic season. You have to say Emery's really relied on him physically. He's played a lot of football, and perhaps there's a risk there. Perhaps that's the cost when you play a lot of games consecutively, like Holding has. That risk of injury is increased, and this is a time of year where we will pick up knocks, we will pick up tweaks. It looks a bit worse than a tweak or a knock for Rob Holding, I have to say. Let's hope it's not too serious. I suppose the one consolation is with Laurent Koscielny and Nacho Monreal coming back, we might have the capacity to keep the back three intact. As for Aaron Ramsey, I thought he was having a decent enough game, and it's an unfortunate injury for him. Looked like he sprained his ankle ligaments, but I'd be guessing. He's shown in the North London derby how valuable he can be. Again, you've got to hope it's not too serious. We'll have to wait on that one. As for the goals, we went ahead. Mustafi's header, De Gea inexplicably pushed it up into the air, and to be honest, I thought the man on the line could have headed it off the line. It was Herrera, but he went for the volley. The ball crossed the line, goal. The one thing I would say is, had it not been a goal, I think we would have been due a penalty, because Mustafi was being fouled shortly before he got that header away. Anyway, we conceded an equaliser. Guendouzi, maybe a bit naive, the way he gave the free kick away. I think he was generally quite naive at times tonight. I thought he grew into the game, but early on was a bit casual. I think he's always going to be a bit casual, but he seemed to grow to fit the stage over the course of the 90 minutes. Anyway, free kick came in, I believe it was Rojo. Leno palmed it away, but didn't get it fully clear. Got it wide, but, in some ways you'd rather see it go behind in that instance. But when United got onto the rebound, the cross was very meek, but somehow it missed all the Arsenal defence, and it was bundled in for an equaliser, 1-1. Anthony Martial. And then the game was very finely poised. I thought in the second half we were better. Kolasinac always looked the man most likely to cause problems for United. His timing of his runs on the overlap, his positional sense going forward is excellent. But the goal actually came from a needless concession of possession. Lacazette played a 1-2 with Mkhitaryan, and as I think it was Rojo who came in for the tackle, one of them got the final touch and the ball trickled beyond De Gea. It was a gift of a goal, and suddenly I thought, wow, we've a bit like Danny Welbeck actually in the FA Cup last time we won at Old Trafford. They'd gifted us a goal, and I thought if we can hold on to this, it'll be a huge result. We conceded, I think, within 13 seconds of the ball restarting play, which is the sort of thing that reminds you of the Arsene Wenger era, and not in the good, invincible way, in the, appalling defending way. I think Kolasinac was the man most guilty, although Leno was a bit slow off his line too. just awful how we failed to deal with a simple long ball and gifted United a goal. At 2-2, we went for it. We went a bit gung-ho. I think we were sort of angry with ourselves, embarrassed to have conceded that equaliser. We went looking for a winner, and we nearly got it. As I mentioned, Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan and Torreira all came close. But at times it left us a bit exposed too, and actually I think in the last 5 minutes we just sort of settled down, and both teams seemed relatively content with a draw. And I think, 4 points from these 2 games, we certainly would have taken that. 20 games unbeaten now. It's an excellent run, and we've got, I think it's Huddersfield, is it, at the weekend, which is a winnable fixture, a winnable run of games. Huddersfield, Qarabag, Burnley, Southampton, Brighton, Carabao Cup tie with Spurs in there too. Well, we know we can turn them over. So it was a poor performance, not what we were hoping for, but I wouldn't swap it for what we had on Sunday, and I do think that performance had a big bearing on what we saw tonight. Anyway, fingers crossed for the injured players. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.